Welcome to Battlefront Chronicles, Episode 4, D-Day, the Normandy Invasion, June 6, 1944.
1944.
Dawn breaks over the coast of France. The sea churns with thousands of ships, the largest armada the world has ever seen. Above, the rumble of aircraft fills the skies. Below, men huddle inside landing craft, clutching their weapons, whispering prayers. This is the moment that will decide the fate of Europe. This is D-Day. For years, Nazi Germany had ruled over much of the continent. Fortress Europe, Adolf Hitler called it, a chain of defenses stretching from the Arctic Circle down to Spain. But behind those walls, the Allies had been planning meticulous deception operations, fake armies, and phantom invasions, all designed to convince the Germans that the real blow would fall elsewhere. Yet here on the beaches of Normandy, the truth would be revealed. At midnight, the invasion began. Paratroopers of the American 82nd and 101st Airborne Divisions dropped into the dark countryside, scattered across hedgerows and villages. Many were lost, many killed, but their mission was clear. Seize bridges, cut enemy supply lines, and sow confusion behind enemy lines. British and Canadian paratroopers leapt into action as well, capturing key points and holding them desperately until reinforcements could arrive. In those early hours, chaos reigned, but the groundwork for victory was being laid. As dawn rose, the great assault on the beaches began. The Allies had chosen 5 landing zones, each with its own code name.
Built far out in the water by the enemy.
To the west, Utah Beach, where American forces struggled against strong currents that carried them off course, yet still they pressed forward.
Approach the beachhead slowly.
Beside them, Omaha Beach, the bloodiest of all. Here, German guns overlooked the sand, raking the shoreline with fire. Men were cut down before they could even reach cover. The water turned red, bodies scattered along the tide. For many, Omaha was not a beach, it was a slaughterhouse. Yet somehow, through courage and sheer determination, the Americans clawed their way up the bluffs, silencing the bunkers one by one. Farther east, British troops stormed Golden Sword beaches, while Canadian forces struck at Juneau. Resistance was fierce, but here the tide of battle turned more swiftly. By noon, they had pushed inland, linking their beachheads and breaking through the Atlantic Wall. Villages once ruled by German garrisons now echoed with the cheers of liberation. But D-Day was not just a battle of bullets and bombs. It was a triumph of logistics. Over 156,000 troops landed that day, supported by 5,000 ships and 11,000 aircraft. Floating harbors were towed across the channel, bringing supplies directly onto the beaches. Fuel pipelines stretched beneath the waves. The scale was unprecedented, and it worked. By nightfall, the Allies held a fragile but firm foothold in Normandy. It was not yet victory. The hedgerows of France would see weeks of bitter fighting. But it was the beginning of the end. Hitler's fortress had been breached, and from that breach, freedom would pour into Europe. D-Day was more than a military operation. It was a gamble of courage, sacrifice, and hope. Thousands would not see the sunset of June 6th, yet their bravery carried the Allies forward. It marked the turning of the tide, a moment when history itself seemed to hold its breath. This has been Battlefront Chronicles, Episode 4, D-Day. Join us again as we continue to journey through the great battles that shaped our world. Until then, remember, the echoes of history are never silent.